lecture, we will see how we can create a new theme in our application. So, first of all, move to your shared components, then themes, and here we have our option to create a new theme. So, click on create. So, here we have three options. You want to create a theme as a copy from another theme, or you want to create a theme from scratch, or you want to create a theme from export theme. So first of all, I am going with as a copy from another theme. So click next. Here we have a application from which you want to copy your theme. So for example, I want to copy the theme from CodeCamp. And here, copy from theme. Here we have our universal theme. Then copy to this template ID. So each theme in Oracle Apex is identified by a numeric identification number. So we need to provide a ID here. So it's, for example, ID is 786. And then we have option to subscribe theme. So if we want to subscribe this theme we are going to create, we can subscribe, or we can switch off this subscribe theme option. So next time, whenever universal theme of ID 42 changes, this theme which is subscribed to that 42 universal theme will take changes from universal theme 42. Create next and copy theme. So here you can see we have two themes now. First one is 42 and the second one is universal theme 786, which is a copy of universal theme 42. So in this way you can copy a theme from another application and you can use in your application. So this is very easy to copy a theme from another application. So if you want to edit this theme, if you want to make some changes in this theme, you can click on this theme, and here we have name option, then theme subscription, JavaScript and cascading style sheets. These are the URLs of the files of JavaScript and CSS files. Then component details information is here, region defaults information is here, dialog defaults information is here, template options information is here, icons information is here, styles information is here, and the last one, files information is here. So after making all the changes, let's apply changes, and all the changes would be saved in your theme. So the next option is, if you want to switch a theme, click on switch theme. So first of all, go back and see, right now universal theme 42 is our current theme. Okay, so now I am going to switch from 42 to 786. So click next, and when you switch a new theme, basically app builder maps all currently used templates to a new template in your new theme using the template classes. So before you switch your theme, make sure your existing template is mapped to your new template correctly. Okay, then click next and switch theme. So here you can see right now our active theme, or we can say current theme we are using for this application is universal theme 786. So this is very easy to switch between different themes. So the next thing we are going to discuss is theme styles. So theme styles basically you use theme styles to customize themes, switch to a different color scheme, apply a flat look, or make a theme responsive for different devices on which your application would be used. A theme style basically defines a CSS style sheet that is added to the base CSS classes or CSS style sheets. Universal theme basically includes several pre-built styles. So if you click on this theme, you would be able to see all the styles. Here you can see we have red wood light, white dark, white red, white slate. So all these are styles which are pre-built styles. So you can easily generate additional styles in your application by using the built-in theme roller utility. So we will discuss theme roller utility in our next upcoming lectures in very details. So if you want to create a new theme, so click on add style and give it a appropriate name. Select this is our current theme style or not, and then here we have multiple properties, settings, theme roller, attributes, comments. So fill all the information and click on create. So your new theme style would be created. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will see how we can enable end users to select a theme style. So let's start. First of all, log into your Apex application and then move to shared components. Click on shared components, then user attributes, user interface attributes, and here we have option enable end users to choose theme style. It is enabled, and if it is not switched on, you can switch on this option here. So then after switching on, click on apply changes, and after that we need to create a list of values. So move to under user interface attributes, and here we sorry this is not the correct one option. Basically shared components, we need to move navigation and search option, and under navigation and search option we have navigation menu. In navigation menu, select your navigation menu you are using for your application and then create entry. So here I am going to create a entry under settings option. So its parent is settings, and in settings I have a new entry, theme style. Okay, so or we can say theme styles, and target is URL, and for URL we need to write here JavaScript. Then we need to write apex dot theme dot open customize dialog, and it is taking two parameters. First one is theme style, and the second one is EN for English. Okay, so save it, create list entry, run your application, and here just log in. So here in the menu you can see under settings we have theme style. Select on it, and for example I want to change theme style to white or red. Apply changes. So here you can see your theme changed for your session only. So this is super easy to change theme styles in Oracle Apex. Now next the other option is theme roller. We will explore theme roller. So here you can see we have our option customize, and in customize we have theme roller. So this is a theme roller. Basically theme roller enables easy customization of the look and feel of your application. It allows you to modify a number of style attributes and see changes applied to your application in real time, or we can say we can see all the changes at runtime. It allows you to save your changes as a new theme style or existing theme style. For example, this is Vita. For example, Vita, this is our current theme. Okay, so you want to change your global colors. For example, primary accent. Then, for example, I want to change it to red. Okay, so select red, and you can see it is changed at runtime. Then you can change body. For example, you want to change body to like this, or we can say to this. So you can see body of your all the pages change to this color. Then you can change link color, focus outline, and these are the global colors. Then you can change containers, header. For example, if, you want to change the header color. Header color is red, and the writing color is white, foreground color. You want to change the foreground color to like blue, so you can select blue. So you can see it's changed to blue. So you want to change background color, you can change background color like this. Similarly, body, you can change the body color to like this, so it is changed. And then you need to action columns, title bar, for example, left side column. So if you want to change left side column to red, you can change it to red. So it is all changed to red. Similarly, navigation menu, dark theme, and regions, you can change the regions. Similarly, states, buttons, for example, if there is a button, you can change all the attributes of the buttons. Then you can change for example, border radius of your forms input text, you can increase or decrease. Then we have an option of interactive grids. If you want to change the background color of your interactive grids, you can change. And then we have layout, header height. If you want to increase the header height, for example, this. So you can see it is increasing at runtime. Navigation tree, you want to increase. See, its width is changing. Action columns, you can change action columns. For example, this one. And then we have left side columns, this one for the grids. Body content maximum widths, you can set maximum widths. And then you have an option of custom CSS. You can apply custom CSS. You can write your own custom CSS. So this is very, very useful. If you don't know anything about CSS, you can customize your application declaratively here. And after doing all these changes, you have an option to save as. You can rename, or else you can name it as this is Vita copy one, or you can give it a new name. So basically you created your own theme style declaratively. You have not written any CSS, or we can say single line of code of CSS, but you have created your own new theme style. So it's super duper easy to create theme styles in Oracle Apex declaratively. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn how we can create maps in Oracle Apex. To create maps in Oracle Apex, we need to create a database table. So I have a script of database table. This table contains only 4 columns: ID, latitude, longitude, and name. Basically, we will store data of different cities in this table with longitude and let's so copy this script, and in the workspace select SQL commands and run this script. So our database table created. Now move to object browser, select the table we created right now and move to load data. And here we have a script of data. So this is basically a JSON file which contains an array of JSON objects. So here you can see we have data, and here we have a name of different cities. So to load this data, click on choose file, select this JSON file, and here in preview you can see mapping of JSON attributes with your database columns. Save changes and click on load data. So 11 rows inserted into our database table. Select on view table. So here you can see data inserted into database table. Now move to your application, create a new page, select maps, and here name of the page is maps, and select database table we created right now, maps. Click next. So here we have map styles. Different map styles are available. So I am going with default, which is points. Then we have map attributes. So basically we have 2 map attributes. We can create maps using geometric column, or we can create the maps using numeric columns. So right now we are going with numeric columns, and select the database column for latitude and longitude. Then for the tooltip, select the name of the city and switch on facet search. So run your page. So this is our first map, and here you can see points, and when we move on to the point, we can see the name of the city. Now move to your page, select map and select attributes. So here we have different attributes like map background. So here we have built-in, and we can select background from the shared components also. And here we have map standard, and here we can select a position, bright, dark. For example, we select bright. And then we have map dark mode. So here we can select same as standard, or we can select any different. So, and here we can change the height of the map. And then we have navigation bar. This is the navigation bar. This is the navigation bar. So we can set its position. So we are setting it to start. In that case, this navigation would be here. And we have mouse over zoom options. We can zoom in, zoom out with the help of
mouse wheel. Then we have overview map option, and then we have other multiple options. I am selecting all. And then we have initial position and zoom option. So get position from browser, switch on. And then we have type. So here we can select the initial position from the SQL query, or we can select from the static values. In static values, we will provide longitude and latitude. So here we have three different options. Then we have legend. Basically, this is legend where we are showing maps. So you can provide title of the legend. Title of the legend, for example, is cities. And then we can set the position of the legend at start or at end. By default, it is at end. So I am going to set it at start. In that case, it would be visible here at the start of the map. And that's it. Then we have a layers option. This is basically one layer. You can create multiple layers here based on your SQL query or whatever. So right now we have only one layer. So select the layer. So you can set the label of the layer. Right now its label is by default maps. So you can set it cities map, or you can select cities. Then we have column mapping option. Then we have point objects. So here you can see this is 1 point. So if you want to change its point from SVG to icon, you can change it. Then source of the icon is icon class. You can select image URL. So here you can select different icons. So right now we are going with SVG. Then we have our option of the appearance. Right now it is blue. You can change its color to red, and you can set the opacity option as well. And then tooltip. Right now you can see it is showing tooltip like this. Okay, so if you want to change its style, you can change. Just switch on advanced formatting, and here change its text to bold. Then apply some style, and I am just going to change its color. And here just provide the tooltip column name and close this, hold, save it, and run your page. So you can see look and feel of your map changed. So here you can see now points are in red color, and it's showing point with the color red and in bold. And then here you can see multiple options, and here this is overview of the map. So here you can see we can select current location. So this is my current location. Here you have an option to draw a circle. You can draw a circle, and then we have a distance tool here. And the other thing is you can see now we have a layer name cities, and with the help of mouse circle you can zoom in and zoom out this map. So now we will see how we can take the latitude and longitude from this map. So for this purpose, create a new region, and title of this is create two page items here. So this is our latitude. Create one more page item, and this is our longitude. Select the map, create a dynamic action, and execution in when after refresh. Here we have our option map click. So when map click, this dynamic action will execute. Then we will select set value, and here affected element is items, and the item is latitude. So what it will does, it will set the value into this icon. Here one more thing, we need to change its type to a script expression, and then type is dot data dot latitude. So this will set the value of the latitude into our page item. Duplicate this one. This time we will set value of longitude, and set its value to longitude page item. So run your page. So here you can see we have two page items, latitude and longitude. Now click any map, click on the map, and here you can see we are getting the latitude and longitude of that area. Click on this, so you can see it's changing. You can click anywhere and you will get latitude and longitude. So you can save this latitude and longitude in our database table as well. We will apply the search option on this map. So click on this search facet and create one more facet, and here name it to search map, and then to down list of values. So list of values, we have distinct values option here to show the distinct values from our database table. So that's it. Here we have an option of source, and here you can set the database column name, and database column name is name. Save, run your. So here you can see we have all the distinct values of cities. So you can select Delhi, you can select Islamabad. So all the options, or based on these options, you can search the map. Now we will see how we can use the geometry column. So for geometry column, what we need, basically we need to alter our database table. So move to SQL commands, and here I have a script. So paste it here, and first of all we need to create a column with name geometry. So alter your table. We need to update this geometry column. Basically this geometry column, it's not a default data type, it's basically object type. So we need to update our database table with already existing columns, latitude and longitude. So here we have column names. The first one is latitude. So here just name the database column latitude and then longitude. So it will update the database column geometry. So here name is geometry. Update it again. Now move to your map page. Here create one more region it as geometry map. Then it's type to map, and here you need to provide database table name. This is our table name, and here you can see geometry column. So this time we are going with geometry column. So this is the geometry column. Now run your page again. So here we have one more map, which is geometry map. So this map is based on geometry database column. So in this way you can create maps based on latitude and longitude, and you also can create maps based on the geometry column. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will see how we can secure Oracle Apex applications. So, once you create an application, you generally need to ensure that only authorized users can access the application. Unless it is an open application, or we can say it is a public application. That is, you want to implement security into your application. To ensure developers build a secure application, Application Express provides two different mechanisms to ensure security. The first one is authentication, and the other one is authorization. The primary thing in building a secure web application is to understand who the accessing user is. You use a login page with username and password as an access entry to an application. Only if the login succeeds, the user is allowed access to the application. Confirming user's identity before allowing access to the application is known as authentication. So, after successful logging into the application, the next question is, what is that logged in user allowed to do with your application? So, can the user get access to a page or a page component? Authorization covers this aspect of implementing security in an Oracle Apex application. So we can say authorization refers to restricting access to specific pages and components based on user privileges. So this is brief introduction of, or we can say definition of authentication and authorization. Now we will see how we can create authentication in Oracle Apex. So first of all, you need to create a function. So here we are going to create a function. I already have here. This is a function. Basically, this is very obvious function where you can see this function is taking only two parameters, the username and the password, and then I am selecting user ID and full name against username and password. If the user exists in the database table, I am returning true, otherwise false. And after getting data from database table, I am setting values into two uh, variables which are application level variables, g underscore user id and g underscore full name, so that we would be able to show the full name of logged in user. So copy this function and SQL workshop commands and paste it here. So just paste that function here and click on run. So this function created. So now we need to use this function. Just copy this function name and move to shared components. First log into your application, move to your shared components, and then authentication schemes. So create authentication scheme. There are two concepts to create authentication scheme. The first one is based on pre-configured scheme, or you are going to create a copy of already existing authentication scheme. So I am going with based on pre-configured scheme. So click on next. And here you need to provide name of the authentication. So this is custom authentication. And its type is custom authentication. So custom authentication means you have a user database table from which you will select the username. You will select the user against your username and password. So basically, custom authentication enables you to create a custom authentication scheme from scratch, giving you complete control over your authentication interface. So, and here you need to provide name of the function we created right now. So name of the function was custom authentication. So that's it, and click on create authentication scheme. So this authentication scheme created. Now you can see here we have custom authentication and here we have current. So basically this is our current authentication scheme we will use for our application. So when I click on Oracle Apex accounts, you will see here we have an option make current scheme. So we can change or we can say we can mark an authentication scheme as a current scheme. So this basically this is the scheme we will use for our application. So right now we have custom authentication scheme for our application. So that's it for authentication part. Now we need to move to our login page. Okay, so there is no change in our application login page. So just move to your login page, and here we have a page. In our page we have a username, password, and consent of remember my username and password, whatever, and then we have a login page button. So there is no change in this login page. So just click on run your application, and here we have in our database tables, when we search for users table, here we have users and here we have a data. So here you can see we have only two users name, Shahzad and M. Arshad. So the password, I am just not encrypting password for learning purpose only. In production you should use encryption. So password is and user is M. Arshad. So here I am logging with M. Arshad. So click on sign in. So you can see unable to find item ID, this one. So we need to create application items we are using in our authentication function. So shared components, application items, and here we need to create a application item. So name of the application item is user ID and its scope is application. So here we have two scopes. First one is application and the other one is global. So if you want to share Oracle Apex session between one or more applications, in that case you will select global, otherwise you will select application. So I am going with application and create application item. The next item we are going to use is full name. So create application item. So both application items are created now. Now we need to click on login again. So you can see you are logged in now. So here you can see on the right side you are we have M. Arshad. So it means we are just showing username here, but I want to show his full name. So if I want to show his full name, in that case we just need to alter some information in our shared components. And here we have navigation bar list. So in navigation bar list, select navigation bar, and here you can see we have an entry of app user. So added this app user, and this time we will use not app user. Basically app user is a substitution string we use to get the username, logged in username. So right this time I don't want to show the username, I want to show the full name. So in that case I have to use the application ID G underscore full name. So this is the full name which I want to show. So apply changes. So that's it. Now log in, log out, log in again. So here you can see now we are showing logged in users full name. So in this way you can create your own custom authentication in Oracle Apex. So I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will study some more authentication schemes which are available in Oracle Apex. So let's start. First of all, log into your Oracle Apex application and then move to shared components and then authentication schemes and click on create. So here select based on pre-configured scheme from the gallery, click next. And here you can see we have the next authentication scheme is database accounts. So basically database accounts authentication scheme requires that a database user exists in the local database. When using this method, the username and password of the database account is used to authenticate the user. And this is most of the time, this is not a recommended way to use database accounts authentication scheme. The next one is HTTP header variable. So first of all, you need to name of your authentication scheme. So its name is HTTP header variable, and HTTP header variable name, if you want to provide, you can leave it empty if you don't want. And then verify username each request or after the login, and then redirect to built-in URL. Create authentication scheme, and here you can see now HTTP header variable is our current authentication scheme. So run your application. So log out. Here you can see when I, for example, move to your application and I want to run this page, custom page, and run this page, in that case, this page is visible to you. So we can say HTTP header variable basically authenticate externally, where the username is stored in a HTTP header variable and it is set by the web server, or we can say web server uses the HTTP header variable to authenticate the user. So this is also not a recommended way to use this authentication scheme. So the next one is again move to your application, shared components, authentication schemes, and the next authentication scheme we are going to create is no authentication. No authentication means your application is public application. So in that case, everybody would be able to access your application. So no authentication, username would be nobody, create authentication scheme. Okay, provide the name, create authentication, run your application. Now our current authentication scheme is no authentication. So here you can see logged in user is nobody. Sign out and here move to any page. So here you can see no authentication. Basically it's not asking to authenticate the user, so it is publicly all the pages of this application are available everyone. So if I run the login page, run this login page, so here you can see when I click on login, user Amarshad is not authenticated, so your application is accessible. So when your application is no authentication, in that case you don't need your login page. So let's move forward and explore some other authentication schemes, shared components, authentication schemes, and create next one. The next one is open door credentials. Click on this, provide the name, open door credentials, create authentication scheme. Basically, this authentication scheme enables anyone to access your application using a login page. And login page basically captures a username only. There is no need of password. So run your application. So here you can see we are providing the username only, and this authentication scheme captures username only. So click on sign in. So your application is accessible, and you can see here we have username Amarshad. So this authentication scheme captures only the username which is going to use your application. So move to your shared components again, authentication schemes, and create next one. The next one authentication scheme is Oracle Apex accounts. So Oracle Apex accounts basically this authentication scheme use application express account credentials or internally user accounts, or we can say cookie user accounts that are created within and managed in the Apex user repository. When you use this method, your application is authenticated against these accounts. Okay, all the accounts which are available in our user repository. So name of this is basically we already have this authentication scheme, because these schemes comes with Oracle Apex by default. So move to your authentication schemes, and here you can see Oracle Apex accounts. Change it to Oracle Apex accounts and apply changes, and select this authentication scheme again. And here you can see we have a button make current scheme. So click on this, make sure okay. Now your current scheme you can see is Oracle Apex accounts. Now run your application again. So here you need to provide your Oracle Apex user accounts. So here I use my email, and then you need to provide the password. Sign in. So now you can see your application is logged in after authentication from Apex user accounts repository. So that's all for today. In our next lecture, we will cover social sign-in and LDAP directory. These two authentication schemes are left. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will see how we can use social sign-in authentication scheme in Oracle Apex. So let's start. First of all, you need to open a page, Google Developers Console. Click on it and log in with your Gmail account. Next. So this is your developer console. So here you need to create a new project. So name of the project is Apex app, and click on create. So your project created it. So now it is creating your project. Now you can select your project. So here you can see we have a project Apex app. So click on it. And here move to APIs and services, and here we have OAuth consent screen. So click on it. So here you can see here you can select the project for which you are going to create consent. Click here and then click external, and click on create. So first of all, you need to provide the name of your application. So my application name is Oracle Apex Beginners to Professional. Copy this application name, paste it here. Then you need to provide the email, and this is my email. If you want to provide the logo for your application, you can browse and set your application logo. Then you need to provide some more information: app domain, application homepage. So my application homepage, run your application, and this is my application homepage. So copy and paste your homepage here. Then you need to provide application privacy policy link. So for application privacy policy link, I will use the Oracle privacy policy. So type here Oracle privacy policy page. So open the link and copy this URL and paste it here. After that, we need to provide application terms of service link. So for application terms of service link, just go to Google, and here you need to search for Apex curriculum license. Okay, so license agreement, copy this URL and paste it here. Okay, now you need to provide authorization domains, because I am using Oracle Apex Cloud, which is hosted on Oracle domain. So I need to create that domain and type it here, oracle.com. Okay. Then you need to provide developer contact information. So here you need to provide your Gmail account. So click on save and continue. Again, save and continue, save and continue. And then again, here we have option back to dashboard, or here you want to do something else. So here we need to create our credentials. Click on credentials, and here we have option create credentials, and under create credentials we have OAuth client ID. Click on it. So here you need to provide the application type, because our application is web application. Click on web application. Then you need to provide the name of your application. So my application name is this. So paste it here, and then you need to provide authorized redirect URI. So click on add URI, and here I am using apex.com. So copy this URL, paste it here, and then after that we need to add Apex authentication dot callback. That's it. So click on create. So here you will see we have client ID. Copy this client ID and save here, and then you need to copy the client secret and paste it here. So now you have client ID and client secret. Okay, if it pop-up doesn't appear, you can move to OAuth consent screen and credentials, sorry, and here click on the application, and here on right side you can see you have the client ID and you have client secret. Okay, now all done from Google side. Now move to your application, and then app builder, and here workspace utilities, all workspace utilities, and here we have our option of web credentials. So now we need to create web credentials. Click on create. So name of the credential is Google credentials. Google credentials, and then here you can see we have authentication type. So its authentication type is OAuth to client credentials flow, and then you need to provide the OAuth to scope. So using this, you can see here we have different scope options, but we are not going to change anything here. Just you need to put client ID and client secret. So copy the client ID and paste it here, and then copy the client secret, which is this one, and paste it client secret here. So and then verify, paste it here. That's it. And create credentials. So now you have Google credentials. Now we need to move our application and shared components, and under security section we have authentication schemes. So create new authentication scheme and click on next. So now we have name of authentication scheme. So here we are going to use social sign-in, and its name is Google Social Sign-in, or you can say social sign-in only. Okay. Now here you can see client credential store. So we are going to use Google credentials here. Then you need to provide a file, and here you need to provide the name. Okay. So for the username, we are going to use email, and scope of the scope for this authentication is profile and email. So here we selected Google credentials and OpenID Connect provider. So here actually we need to select Google. So for Google, here you can see we have scope, profile and email, and username is email. So click on create authentication scheme. So that's it. Now here you can see our current authentication scheme is social sign-in. So run your application and log out. So now run your application again. So here you can see our Oracle Apex application is asking to use your Google account to sign in your Oracle Apex application. So for example, I am using this email. You can use your Google emails. So now you can see here we have our email, and our application is logged in using the Google Gmail accounts. So it's very easy. You can use Facebook and other social networks to log in your Oracle Apex applications. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn how we can implement single sign-on using Azure Active Directory in Oracle Apex. So let's start and log into your Oracle Apex application. For this demo implementation, we need a account for Azure Active Directory. If you don't have any Azure Active Directory account, you can create Azure Active Directory account free of cost. So let's log into Azure Active Directory. So type intramicrosoft.com, and because I have Azure Active Directory account, so I am going to log in with my username. So here we need to register our application in which we want to implement single sign-on. Okay, so here you need to move to app registrations, new registration, and then you need to provide the name of the application. So here I am going to implement Azure Active Directory single sign-on in this application, Oracle Apex Beginners to Professional. So paste the name here and just add single sign-on here. And then we need to provide the redirect URI. So select the web, and here we need to provide the URL of our application. So after the authentication from the Active Directory, we will move to this application. So here run your application and copy this URL and paste it here. And after Apex, just put Apex authentication dot callback. Remove this F, Apex authentication callback, and click on register. So your application has been registered and client ID for your application created. Now the second thing, we need to create certificates and secrets. So click on new secret and type the name here, and then provide the number of days. You can select any number of days and then click on add. Copy this value and paste it in the file, any file you can use. So I am pasting it here. Okay, so this is from Azure Active Directory side. So now move to your Apex application here, and app builder, workspace utilities, and here we need to create web credentials. So create new credentials. So name of the credential is single sign-on Azure Active Directory, and then authentication is OAuth client credentials flow, and client ID and client secret. So move to your Azure Active Directory, and here move to your overview of the application and copy client ID, this one. This is the client ID of your application. So paste it in client ID, and then we copy the secret and copy this secret and paste it here and then here. Okay, so we just copied the client ID of our application and then a secret of our application. So we don't need to change other applications. So save it, create. Now what we need to move to in our application. So this is the application, shared components, and here we will create authentication scheme, new authentication scheme, and next. So name of the authentication scheme is single sign-on Azure Active Directory, and scheme type is social sign-in, and here credential store is we created single sign-on Azure Active Directory, and then we need to provide discovery URL. So move to your Azure Active Directory endpoints. So here we have a lot of endpoints, but we need only OpenID Connect metadata document. Copy this URL and paste it here. And here we need to provide some scopes. So scopes are profile, email, and offline access. Keep other things as it is and create authentication scheme. So mark this authentication scheme, single sign-on Azure Active Directory, as a current scheme. Okay, so that's it. Run your application. So here you can see it is asking our Microsoft Azure Active Directory username and password. So if you run this link in a new window, so paste this URL. So in this case, you will see it's asking about the email and password. So here you will provide the username and password. So next, and here we need to provide the password and sign in. So permission requested, accept, consent, accept. So your session has been ended. Create a new session. Click on sign in. So you sign in into the Oracle Apex application using Azure Active Directory username and password. Similarly, here you can click and you can log in into your Oracle Apex application. So this is very simple to implement a single sign-on using Azure Active Directory. So you can use the same approach for other applications in which you want to implement single sign-on. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something useful in this video. Thank you so much. Welcome back. After completing this section, you should be able to create and use dynamic actions, create and use plugins. So let's start with the dynamic actions. Dynamic actions provide you a way to define complex client-side behavior declaratively without the need to know JavaScript or Ajax. Using the dynamic action create wizard, you specify an action that is performed when a defined set of conditions occur. You can also specify which elements are affected by the action and when and how they are affected. When working with the dynamic actions, you should be mindful of the fact that the more dynamic actions you add to a page, the greater your overall page size. This is because the dynamic action framework emits additional JavaScript and possibly Ajax code to the client for each dynamic action defined, which then also must be downloaded and executed by the framework in the client. So let's see how practically we can create dynamic actions. So first of all, we need to create a new page, and type of the page is form, and name of the this form is dynamic actions. Then select the table name, it's employees table, then click create page. So our page has been created. Now I am going to delete some page items and move department at the top. Similarly, hire date and salary should be in a same row. So drag salary in the same row of department. Similarly, commission in the same row of hire date. That's it. Now, the first use case is when department is sales. In that case, salary hire date and commission should be enabled. And when we select different departments, in that case, hire date and commission should be disabled. So let's start how we can achieve this functionality using the dynamic actions. So right click on the department select list and click on create dynamic action. So first of all, we need to provide the name of this dynamic action. So name of this dynamic action is department is sales. So here we can see when section. So this section is very important in dynamic actions. So first of all, we have event. So here we have four type of events: browser events, framework events, component events, and custom events. So here I am going to select change event, and then there is a selection type. So here we can select different selection types like button, region, and columns. So this is page item. So I am going to select the page item, and then I can select here page items like its employee number, department, whatever, on which you want to apply this dynamic actions. So in this case, this section is basically saying when department changes, this dynamic action will trigger. So the next section is client side condition. So the client side condition is item equal to value. So item equal to value means item is like department number, or we can say department, and its value is sales. What it means? It means when value of the department is sales, in that case this condition is true. In that case, what action should be performed? So here we have the actions different which we can perform when the this client side condition is true. So in that case, I want to enable and the items which I want to enable, we can select in affected elements. So here selection type is items, and here we can select the items. So I am going to select commission. So when department is sales, in that case enable this commission page item. Similarly, if user selects different department other than the sales, in that case I want to disable this commission. So we need to create its opposite action. So select the opposite action, and here you can see this is here action is disable, and in affected elements we have the commission. So when department is sales, it will enable our commission page item and disable commission page item when department is other than sales. Similarly, you can create one more to action. So click on to action, and this time going to select the same enable. In affected items, I'm going to select the hire date. So when department is sales, enable hire date. Similarly, create the opposite action. So this is done. Run your page. So here select the department. For example, it is sales. In that case, you can see here, and when it is sales, in that case hire date and commission should be enabled, but it is these two page items are disabled because our page item, which is department's LOV, is not returning the department name. It is returning, I think so, ID. So we can change it here. See, it is returning department number, so it should return department name. So run your page again. So here select the sales. In that case, you can see we can select hire date and we can provide the commission value. Now select department other than the sales. In this case, you can see our hire date and commission, both page items are disabled. Now click again sales, and you can see now these two items are enabled. Now the same we can apply for two more actions on the same, like when, for example, this time I don't want to enable or disable, I want hide and show. So in that case, select the show operation. Similarly, for this, select the show action, and for when this condition is false, in that case hide these page items. So run your page again. So see here both page items are hidden. So when I click on sales, these two page items are now visible, but when I select any department other than sales, these two items are hidden. So in this way we can hide or show page items, or we can enable or disable page items using the dynamic actions. So I hope you learned something useful in this video. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will see how we can enable or disable page items using JavaScript. So let's start. First of all, we will create two page items, first one and then second one. First one page item is select list of departments, DPT LOV, and the type is select list. So for select list, we need to provide the query. So I am going with departments table. So select the name and then DPT number from DPT. So validate your query. It's okay. Then this is the field which we want to enable and disable. Now what I want, when department ID is 20, then this item would be disabled, otherwise it must be enabled. So create a dynamic action, name it DPT value changed, and then
we need to select action JavaScript code. So for JavaScript, first of all, we need to get the value of department LOV. If $V and then name of the item, which value we want to get, and it is department LOV. When its value equal to 20, then we want to disable text field. So for disable text field, we need to write hash and then name of the item, enable disable, and then we need to add a class. In Oracle Apex, we have built-in class which is apex underscore disabled, which is used to enable or disable all the page items. So I am adding class and then name of the class, and name of the class is apex disabled, and then attribute, and name of the attribute is tab index, and then we need to provide a value which is -1. Basically -1 it takes care that the item cannot be reached by the user either by mouse or by keyboard. So it's best practice to always use -1 whenever you are going to enable or disable page items. And then semicolon. Copy this code and paste it with else condition. In else, we want to enable this item, so we need to remove this class, remove class, and in attribute we don't need -1 this time. Okay, so okay, run your page. So select research, which is its ID is 20. So you can see our text field is disabled, and for sales it is enabled. For every other departments it is enabled, but when I click on research, this is disabled. So in this way we can enable and disable all the page items like text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, pop-up LOVs. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you so much. Welcome back. In this video, we will learn some more dynamic actions, and the use case we are going to cover in this video is when this salary page item is null. In that case, we want to highlight this page item with red border, and if user put the value, in that case we will remove the that border, so that user would be able to see there is something wrong with this page item or text field. So for that, just click on the salary page item and create a dynamic action, and then rename this dynamic action to salary is null. And when we want to trigger this dynamic action is lose focus, and client side condition is item is null. So when salary is null, if this condition is true, in that case we actually want to add a CSS class. In the last video we covered component level actions like enable, disable, hide and show. So in this video we will cover style level actions. So add class, and here we need to provide the class name. So right now we don't have class, so we will create a class first, and then we will provide it in the class settings. So first of all, select your page, and in the inline section we have this class validation error. So you have to copy this inline class or CSS class and just paste it here. And in the affected elements, we need to select the page item salary. So that's it. And then we need to create a opposite action so that when this condition is false or when salary is non-null, in that case we will remove that this class from the page item. So here in action we have removed class, and class name is the validation error, and affected element is the salary. So run this page. So here, so provide the for example salary, and leave this page item. So you can see it's normal color. So when I remove this salary, now salary is null. In that case, its border is red. So this is basically validation error. So user would be able to know something is wrong with this field, or we can say this field is mandatory. You have to put some value in these fields. Welcome back. In this video, we will learn one more use case of dynamic actions. And the use case is when any page item gets focus, we want to highlight, or we can say we want to change the background color of that particular page item, so that end user should be able to know this field is in focus. So let's start how we can achieve this use case. So first of all, you need to select the region in which all the page items exist. So right click on the region and create a dynamic action. So here we need to rename this dynamic action and rename it as item gets focus. And here we need to change it to after refresh to get focus. So when this region gets focus, so we selected get focus, and the region is dynamic action. And here in the true section, what action we want to perform, we want to add a class. So here we need to provide the class. So select your page and move to inline section. So here you can see we have a class highlight, and its background color is gold. And similarly, you can see we have some more classes which are built-in classes. So basically what these classes are doing, we are doing input show focus, pop-up LOV, then input text feeds, and then we have select list, and similarly all these page items, and then we are changing the background color. So okay, and here we are going to use the CSS class highlight, and affected items is event source. Event source means on page items select list LOV basically are the event source. So that's it. So run your page. So select any page item here. You can see these page items changing its colors, but one thing is odd, that is every page item on which I click or gets focus, it changes its background color, but not removing this background color. So we need one more dynamic action. We can create its opposite action, but here we have one error, and the error is, you can see here, error is we basically cannot create false or we can say opposite action for all those dynamic actions where we have not provided any condition. Here you can see this is the dynamic action, and here we have not provided any condition. So in that case, if there is no condition, we cannot create opposite actions. So here remove this opposite action and create one more dynamic action. And in this case, we are going to rename this dynamic action lose focus, and here event is lose focus, region is same, and here action is remove class and class name is highlight, and here event source. Run your page again. Now click on any page item, then click on commission page item. So here you can see we are very sure commission is in focus, and the page item from which we lose the focus, that item we are removing of the background color. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn one more use case of dynamic actions. And the use case is we will execute server-side code using the dynamic action so that we can update any table. So let's start and see how we can achieve this use case. So first of all, we need a interactive report. Right click on the body and create a region. Rename this region to employees, and then change its type to interactive report, and then you need to provide database table, and database table name is employees. So here we have interactive report. Now create a button and rename this button to update salary, and change its label to update salary by 10%. Now right click on this button, create a dynamic action, and rename this dynamic action to update salary. And here in the when option, you can see we have right now the event is click. So when we will click on this button, our dynamic action will trigger. So here in the action, this time we are going to execute server side code, and its language is PL SQL. So in the PL SQL, what we want to update the salary of the employees by 10%. So here write a code update, and table name is employee, set salary equal to salary multiplied by 1.1 and semicolon. So that's it. Here you can validate your query. That's fine. Okay. And then we will what we will do basically, after updating all the records, we will refresh this report. So create one more true action, and here select the action to refresh, and refresh affected elements is region, and the region is employees. And after this we will show alert. So here change action type to alert, and here write your message employee salaries raised by 10%, and style type is default. You can change its type to success. So run your page. So here you can see we have a interactive report. Now click on your button, and first of all see salary is, first salary is 0, next salary is 2,850. So click on the button update salary by 10%. So salaries raised by 10%, and here you can see all the salaries changed, or all the salaries raised by 10%. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn how we can set the page item values using dynamic actions. So let's start and create a new page. Select its type as a form, and provide the name of this form. It's employee. Provide the table name, table name is also employee. Next, click on create page. Create one more page item. Rename it to employee count and change its type to display only. Right click on the department LOV and create a dynamic action and rename these dynamic actions to employee count. And in the when section, its event type is change. So when any department will change, we will count all the employees of that specific department. So here in the true section, we are going to select the set value. So set the type. We have multiple options, but we are going to use SQL statement. And here we will write the SQL statement. Select count emp where dpt number equal to page item of department's LOV. So its ID is this one. Validate your query. That's good. Press OK. And when one thing which is important here, we are using this page item in our query, or we can say we are using this page item on server side. So when we are using any page item on server side, we have to submit that page item. So select here department number page item and then affected elements. We want to set this value into our employee count page item. So select here employee count page item. So that's it. Run your page and see the effects. So here let's select department HR. So its HR department has only 2 employees. Now select the sales department, 3 employees, and then operations. So operations has only 1 employee. So in this way we can set the value using the dynamic actions. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this video. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn how we can set the page item values using PLSQL function bot. So let's start and create a dynamic action. Right click on department LOV, create dynamic action, rename this dynamic action to calculate commission, then click show and change action type to set value, and here under setting change set type to PLSQL function body, and in the body what we will do, we will calculate the commission based on employee salary and its department. Different departments have different commission. So here we will write the function body. So first of all, I'm going to declare a variable which is commission, and its data type is number and initial value is 0. Then begin and here I will check if department LOV has value equal to sales department, and commission value is 0.5. Copy paste this value, and else if department is HR, in that case commission value is 0.1, else commission value is 0.01. And then and here I will return salary multiplied by commission. So return salary multiplied by commission. So that's it. Validate our function. So here we have okay, assignment issue is there. Now validate again, validate. So that's good. Click on OK. And here in this function body, I used 2 page items, department LOV and the salary. So we will submit these 2 page items. And in affected elements, we will select the employee commission page item. So run your page. So here select the salary is 9,000, and here select the department is sales. So here you can see 4,500 is the commission. Similarly, if I change department to HR, in that case its commission is 900. So In this way, you can set the values of different page items using the PLSQL function body. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this lecture. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will see how we can refresh different regions based on dynamic action. So let's start and create a new page. And this page is the interactive report. And this interactive report is based on employees table. Select the table name. Click on create page. So employees report has been created. Now click on body and create a new region. Drag this region to above employees region and rename this region to filter, and create a page item, change its field to select list and change its label to departments, and here select list of values from shared components, and here we have LOV department. Save. Now right click on this department's LOV and create a dynamic action, and names dynamic action to refresh region, and here select the action of refresh, and affected elements are region. Select the region of employees. So now move to your region employees and change its type to SQL query, where DPT number is equal to page item 18 new, which is basically departments. So change its name to DPT, and here in query change it to DPT. So what basically it will does, when department value will change, it will take the department ID and will fit into this SQL query. So all the employees belongs to this department will be filtered out. So we will get all the employees based on this where class. So that's it. Now we need to submit this page item department, save and run. So here select the department's HR, and you see when we select any department, our region, which is our interactive report, it refreshes and fetch all the employees which belong to this HR department. Now select sales, so you will get 3 employees which belong to sales department. So in this way we can apply the filters on different regions, and after selecting refresh the region. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something useful in this video.